welcome to another episode of the Kumzitz Show, a dose of meaning and inspiration for your day. I'm Tzidkiyahu, Rabbi Jake Trooper here. Hope you enjoy. Today is a special day. We're going to be doing a mashup of one of my favorite artists, Mordy Shapiro, great, amazing musician, great, amazing voice in Jewish music. And today we're going to be learning, not only I'm going to play with the same 4 chords in just a little different variation, but I'm going to play the same 4 chords. I'm going to play 8 of his hit songs with the same 4 chords. And I'm also going to be giving a little background and meaning to what are his songs about, what can we learn from Mordy Shapiro's messages. And hope you enjoy this 4-chord mashup. Let's sing the 4 chords. 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 Okay, here we go. השמש תזרח וכולנו נשמח לא נצטרך עוד לבכות שכר מצווה הנה דבר קצווה ומיטוט המצווה חפנך המצווה פרסר בעולם הזה ומצרה בלעולם הבא הכל מן שמיים עצום את העיניים I got my friends and their loyalty I got my friends who always mean the best of me we can all sing we can all sing we can all sing ביחד יחד we're created ביחד it's our special harmony I like to ride my bike and I enjoy a hike I play piano and I sing whoa, whoa. I love my family and sometimes I'd rather be away from everything baby shark do-do-do-do-do baby shark why not baby shark do-do-do-do-do baby shark כל הדרך שהלכנו שמך לא שכחנו כי בך בטחנו כל קיים אליך קווינו אליך בכינו כי עלינו אהבה רחמדוס ולהלל לשמך הגדול כדי להודות ולהלל לשמך הגדול 'cause I'm one in a million I'm one in a million oh let's sing the 4 chords let's sing the 4 chords oh כל משמיים עצום את העיניים I got my friends and their loyalty I got my friends who always mean the best for me but we can all sing ביחד יחד we're created ביחד it's our special harmony Hope you like that, folks. That was Mordy Shapiro. It was actually 8 songs. I thought it was 7, but when I went through it, I actually added Baby Shark in there because it's also the same 4 chords. And yeah, so it's an amazing songs, hit songs in Jewish music. The question is, what are they about? And if you listen to Mordy Shapiro, because the point of really Judaism is to experience Judaism. It's not, and I don't even like to call it Judaism, because the point of life is to experience life, and that's why God gave us the Torah, and He wants us to experience life to its fullest. And Mordy Shapiro has amazing messages in his music. The point of the Torah, it says, Al levavecha, get it onto your hearts. How do you get the Torah? How do you get life onto your heart where you really feel it, you really experience it? So it's brought down in many holy books, many svarim, that the way to get it onto your heart is that it's really your thoughts. When the Torah says Al levavecha, your heart, it's really talking about your thoughts. That certain things that if you keep them in your thoughts over and over again, they'll drive you crazy. For instance, like you're all probably wondering right now, if you look at the news knows how to manipulate you, and they'll try to get you to think of certain thoughts over and over again until you're obsessed, you're worried, you're scared, and you just go crazy, basically. That's what the news tries to do. But what Hashem wants us to do is to put the Torah al levavecha onto our hearts. And what is that? Those are positive messages that we find in Mordy Shapiro's music. The first message we find in 4 of his songs is Emunah, the idea that God is with us, that we know and we have complete faith that we're not alone, right? Hakol min shemayim, everything's from God, right? And therefore, kol haderech, all on our journey through life, we know we don't forget about God. He's always with us. He's always by our side. Machar, even if it's a bad day, seemingly from our point of view, right? Machar, the next day, God says, don't give up. Machar, the next day, the sun will shine. Everything's going to be all right. Gamzu Latova, while you're in it, you don't realize how everything's for the best, but God has a plan. Sometimes it's best to just shut the social media off, shut the news off, just close your eyes and say, I'm in God's hands. Another message is 1 in a million. That's part of Emunah, part of having faith and belief in God, and knowing God is to know that God put holiness, we have a part of godliness in each one of us, and therefore we have to know we're each 1 in a million. God put us in this world right now at this point in history because we have something to offer to the world. And that's why, Rav Nachman of Breslov says, your birthday is the day that Hashem decided the world cannot live without you. Everyone's 1 in a million. There's some talent, some unique part that everyone has, and that's also part of Emunah, of knowing that God's with us. Number 2, theme in his music is gratitude, Kedei lehodos u'lahalel, from the Hanukkah words that we're supposed to be constantly hodos and halal, forms of praising God. That is Jew, from the word Yehudah, thank you. And that is what a Jew is supposed to do, because God is constantly showering us goodness into the world, and the way to experience it is to be grateful, thankful, and to be looking for the good. God says it's a good world. Now it's your time to find the good. Another message is peace and friendship, right? In the songs Friends and Biyachad, it's all about coming together as friends. As we know, we end off the Shemona Esrei, the daily prayers, with the idea we ask God for peace. We end off the prayer the Kohanim would give to the Jewish people. Many parents give to their children, Vayaseh Elachas Shalom, you should have peace upon you, and that's because God's blessings to the world are ultimately up to peace. When there was peace in the world, there was a temple in the world. When there was baseless hatred and people fighting and people at each other's throats, then there's no peace in the world, then God took away the temple. And that's what we're still working on. We have to remove the baseless hatred and realize to see the good in people. Try to be down the kavskos, try to look for the good in people. That's so important right now. And stop the baseless hatred. Stop watching things that provoke us to hate others, and just realize there's good in almost every single person out there. And unless God tells you that that person's bad, then you should assume there's good in them, and therefore we should hopefully give them the benefit of the doubt and treat them like the way we would want to be treated. And the last message that Mordy Shapiro gives us in one of his famous songs, one of my favorites, is Schar Mitzvah, the ultimate reward for fulfilling being a servant of God is that God gives you more opportunities to serve Him. That in this world, really, God doesn't tell us the exact reward for serving Him, and that is because whatever you can imagine, it's more than that. Just like whatever you can imagine God is more than whatever we can imagine, therefore He's infinite. So too the reward for being a servant of God is infinite. So God does not tell us in the Torah how much reward it is, but we know that it's infinite, and that's what the next world's for. He's reaping the reward. But right now, God still wants us to experience the world, and the way to do it is realize how fortunate. Schar mitzvah mitzvah, the reward for a mitzvah is a mitzvah. God gives you more opportunities, even though the Bible promises if you follow in God's ways, God will give you blessings, but that's not the ultimate reward. That's so God will give you more and more opportunities to serve Him, because it's the main reason that one should be thinking of serving Him is not for the reward, as it says in Pirkei Avos, but it's because it's such a schus, it's such a merit, it's such an opportunity, it's such a blessing to be able to serve God in each unique way, because like we started, we're one in a million. So that's what I learned. Mordechai Shapiro's messages can be found in the Siva Shalom, or they can be found in Mordy Shapiro Songs. You can be found in mystical works, but the most amazing part about Jewish music, and the point that I'm trying to bring out in this show, is that there's such meaning, there's such depth, and there's such inspiration in the music, and our job is to listen to it, to be entertained, but also to take those thoughts, to give up a little social media, take those thoughts of emunah, of gratitude, of friendship, of giving people the benefit of the doubt, of how fortunate we are to be Jews and be able to serve a God. Take those thoughts and think about those instead of just scrolling on your phone, and I'm talking to myself right now. Instead of scrolling about seeing what's on the world, you know what feels a lot better, and you know what helps you experience life the most is when you just take those thoughts and let those scroll through your minds. And ultimately, by doing that, the Torah, we're supposed to meditate on it day and night, and there's a reason for that, because God wants us to experience life. And by doing that, by meditating on positive messages, of godly messages, you know what we end up doing in the end? We end up experiencing life to the fullest. Like God says, V'chai behem, live through my Torah and my mitzvos. And so ultimately, let's end off with one more time. Hakol mishamayim, oh, atzom taheinayim, oh, I got my friends and their loyalty, oh, I got my friends who always mean the best for me. We can all sing, we can all sing. May the whole world come together biyachad. Oh, we're created biyachad. It's our special harmony. Thank you so much for the Kumzitz Show. Thanks for joining us. Exciting, growing every day. Put a little more meaning, more Jewish inspiration into our lives. Join us again at the Kumzitz Show. I'm Tzidkiyahu, Rabbi Jake Trooper. I'll see you. And thank you to Mordechai Shapiro for the great music. And thank you for watching. Have an excellent day. Woo!